At what point you thought of divorcing your partner?
I had been unhappy in my marriage for years, but was determined to stick it out for the kids as long as I could. I knew he loved the kids, but as they grew, he became more combative with them. He couldn't tolerate them correcting him or having their own opinions. He would be okay to live with as long as everything was going well, but if any problems arose, he became impossible. He would go into a diatribe against me, in front of the kids. I could never be just shit happens, but it had to be somebody's fault and it was never going to be his. As my daughter got older, she became more and more angry by these rants. By age 12, she finally began to join into the argument, telling him to lay off me, that he wasn't being fair. One night at dinner, it got really bad and he called her a cow, and maybe a bitch, although I can't remember for sure about this particular time. She ran upstairs to her room and my son, 2 years younger, went after her. My ex got up and started to go upstairs. I was afraid he was going to hit her, he was so furious. He wasn't generally physically abusive but had resorted to spanking on occasion. I stood on the stairs and blocked his way and told him if he came any further, I was going to call the police, and that I really didn't want to do that it would be horrible and messy and embarrassing. We lived on the corner so the whole neighborhood would know. But I meant it. And I think he could tell. He backed off and sulked away. A little later, I went upstairs to check on the kids, and they were both in her room, both crying. And one of them said, "Why don't you just divorce him?" That was the point that I knew that although divorce might hurt the kids, staying was worse.